How important is mentorship?
I think it's very important. Even now, I would say I have people that I look to that I consider mentors.
I've always valued that experience, and that's helped me to grow into, my own style.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your situation. This is the Emerging Artist Podcast. We welcome you, and this is the show for you if you are thinking about putting together a career or your own business, doing artwork, whether it's doing work with faux painting or with abstract art, or whether you're looking to do video production or photography. And I'm here with Shiree Nichole from ShireeNichole.com, and I am Scott Markowitz with Reinvention Studio Lab. And today we're going to be talking about mentorship, Shiree.
Wonderful.
How important is mentorship?
I think it's very important. All of us in our lives, in our career, probably the very beginning, we had people that were a huge influence on us to help propel us forward to where we are today. Even now, I would say I have people that I look to that I consider mentors. Do you feel that way?
Oh, absolutely. I think that no matter who you're talking about and no matter what level of success they've achieved, there's always somebody else who's been part of their story that has helped them get to where they are now. And so I think mentorship is incredibly important. I think being a good mentee is very important. That's a skill that needs to be learned as well. And as you look to other people that have already done the things that you're looking to do and have achieved the goals that you have set forth, you could almost never lose by seeking out the advice of somebody who's already been there. So I know that you have a special guest today that you'd like to introduce to everybody.
We do have a special guest today. I'm very excited to introduce Nichole, Alexandra Perez. She is an artist from the East Coast of Florida. Welcome, Nichole.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Nichole.
It's wonderful to have you join us today. And so, Nichole, maybe you could tell us just a little bit about your background as an artist and how you got started.
Yeah, so art really runs in my family. My father, he's an artist. Grandmother's an artist. I've always been creative. I always loved doing artwork. So growing up, I just kind of knew that's something that to work towards as far as making a career out of it. So a lot of my learning really has been from hands-on experience with my father, as well as a host of tutorials and videos out there. And, you were talking mentorship, and like I said, from my father as well as others in my life who are creative, I've always valued that experience, and that's helped me to grow into, my own style.
That's wonderful. I've had the opportunity to work with you for 10 months or so. We've been doing some faux painting together. Nichole lives about an hour and a half from me, and we've been working in different places all over the state of Florida and a lot of different finishes together. And one thing I appreciate that's wonderful, Nichole's incredibly creative, very talented, and so we also are on the same page, which is almost a little scary sometimes because we'll be working on a wall. And I just show Nichole one time what finish we're going to do, a technique, and she picks it up and we'll be on scaffolding together working next to each other, and you honestly can't tell the difference in work. So it's been really fun to work together like that. How do you feel about having a business? I know that you've incorporated now. You have own legal business, also a faux painter as well. So how do you feel about that?
It's exciting. Nichole, Alexandra, Fine Art and Designer Finishes. Like anything new, it's a little scary. And there's a lot of learning curves in the beginning. But like you mentioned, it's been just about a year, a little under, I think, that we've been working close. That's just given us such a head start, me and my husband, jumping into this, and has really given me a lot more confidence jumping into this. So it's really exciting. exciting. I absolutely love this work. So much better than having a 9 to 5 behind a desk. Just like starting up anything new, it's a little scary, a little difficult, but I think it's worth it.
That is incredible, Michelle. I'd like to dig in a little bit deeper about how the coach-coachee relationship works. I think that there's a lot of people out there listening that don't have a lot of experience with coaching and being coached, and there might be some misconceptions about that. Right, Shiree? I think like some people feel like coaching is about like having somebody blow a whistle in your face and scream at you and, you know, tell you you're doing things wrong and stuff. But it's not, that's not what coaching is about.
Well, I certainly hope I haven't behaved like that on the job, Michelle. I am a firstborn and may have a tendency to be a little bit bossy. But no whistles in hand as of yet. But for me, coaching is not just about teaching the aspects, the physical aspects of the work. That's certainly important, but I hope that I am supportive. I want to be supportive. I want to be your biggest cheerleader and do things to help further your career to the best of my ability. A lot of the things that we've been able to do together, I personally didn't have those advantages myself when I was first starting. And so it's just exciting for me to be able to coach. And I'm new at this. This is a new thing for me too. And so I'm not going to handle maybe things perfectly. And I'm certainly open to suggestions for improvement. How are you feeling about our coaching together? And you can be brutally honest.
You say that all the time. You're open to suggestion, but honestly, I don't think I have any, because the experience has just been so nice so far. I think what's really important, you always have encouraged me, even though you are teaching me a lot of your finishes, at least in the beginning when we started working together. I would help you with your clients, your finishes. I feel like you've always encouraged me to find my own style for when I eventually started my own business, to be creative and come up with my own finishes and be my own artist, which I really appreciate. But then, of course, you've been in this business for a long time now, so you have so much valuable advice. The main thing that I have really appreciated and I think is so important about having a mentor is that, you know, if I wanted to start this on my own, I could learn the skill as far as the artistry goes, but something else that's so valuable that you've been able to assist me and my husband with is the aspect of turning it into a functioning business, as far as estimating jobs and things like that. Those things would have been a million times harder if we were doing this all on our own. It's just given us such an incredible head start into this journey. And like I said before, it's instilled a lot of confidence, because it's scary to start something new, but I definitely feel a lot more confident in my ability going into this.
That's wonderful. And I've enjoyed a lot of this whole process, and we still have lots of things to do together. And as we go through the business end of it and developing your own relationships with designers as you're branching out more and creating more as well.
Yeah, that's been extremely valuable. For me personally, I'm a little bit of an introvert. I tend to be to myself sometimes. You've helped me so much with that when it comes to cultivating relationships with clients, with designers, and even branching out on social media. You've given me so many tips that I would have never thought of owning, you know, a business social media. So definitely been very valuable information so far that I continue to apply. Still learning a lot.
We all are, and the whole thing with social media, when Scott was earlier talking about all of us having mentors, and we both do as well, and everybody to be humble, to accept that we don't know it all. No matter how long we've been in the business, there's always something to learn from somebody else. And in the matter of social media, I myself was incredibly reluctant to get on board with it at the very beginning. I was very content in being in the background. I never had my picture up on anything. And it's been a learning process for me as well, but it has made a huge difference in my professional career. And as we know, the social media is constantly changing. You've really done amazing. Your social media looks great, and you've been posting a lot and having your face up and your finishes, and it's been exciting to see the process. And so that's something that I look forward to helping other people with too. I don't know it all. I'm just here to help.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's funny, my husband, he knows just how shy I am, and I'm like you with social media. It's hard for me to put my face out there and get on and talk, and he keeps telling me, wow, I can't believe that you're doing this. But again, it's the confidence that you've instilled in me, and you've taught me the importance of why these different avenues are so valuable to the business and starting up in our careers. It's definitely new getting used to these things, but I'm really enjoying that it's helping me to grow, not just as an artist, but as a person. I'm breaking out of my comfort zone a bit, which is scary but exciting.
It is all encompassing in every aspect of your life, for sure. Maybe shifting gears a little bit, we are on a WhatsApp group chat together called Team Foe. And we share comments and thoughts and podcast information with each other. And one of the recent things that we recently talked about was that of setting goals. How is that going with you and Leo in setting your current goals right now, where you're at? I know you're at the beginning of your business, but how is that going?
Yeah, it's going great. Our most recent goal is we're actually working on a website, a blog website right now. We've been working on that very actively, so that's really exciting. Of course, I also have my social media accounts on TikTok and Instagram. Those are already up. But I'm very excited about the site because we're such a great team. The whole business aspect when it comes to getting the site up, he's really charging that, and I'm so thankful to have him. But for me, on my end, I take care of the creative aspect of the work. That's my goal, just to stay creative, even if it's a little bit every day, working on either new sample boards or some of my own personal artwork. I also do fine art, so if I could just do something every day, even if it's a little bit, to stay creative, that's my goal right now. Because sometimes we just lose the motivation or just don't have inspiration to be creative. But if I could do 5 minutes of something, it makes me feel really good for the day, and it makes me feel like I'm really staying on top of things.
That's wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. Scott and I actually earlier today were talking about inspiration and motivation. Maybe we can share just a few things that we felt that we took away from that conversation about how do we get inspired when we're not feeling inspired and motivated.
It's a good question.
Some of the things for me is heading down to the beach. I also love plants and having a beautiful home environment. I put the channel Artcast on. Have you ever watched Artcast?
I have not.
It's very cool. It has nature scenes, it has ocean scenes, but it also has specific artists, and it just scrolls through with very nice music on your TV. And so sometimes when I'm creating art on canvas at home, I'll put that on and have that going on in the background.
Nichole, do you have any pets?
I do. We actually grew up with a lot of pets. My husband and I, we have one dog. But growing up, we had at one time 4 dogs.
Oh, wow.
3 cats. We're big animal people.
That's awesome. So that was one of my things that when I'm really challenged to find inspiration, I take my 2 20-pound dogs out for a walk. I have a Maltese and a Cockapoo, and they're cute as can be. And, you know, when I'm walking, they're a half jog. So if I'm feeling a little bit down and I can't find any inspiration, I just take them for a walk and I look over at them and they're so happy, and they're like half jogging, and they're just, the wind's blowing in their fur and their tongues are hanging out. And it just makes me laugh to see them like enjoying themselves so much. And that I find inspiring when everything else fails.
Yeah, for me, I definitely, going back to nature was the first thing that popped into my mind when you asked that question. I definitely gain a lot of inspiration from nature. So stuck sometimes in my house or studio, I need to get out, like you said, the beach or a park, go for a walk. And those things are just healthy for us in general. As humans, we need those things. Keeps us motivated in so many different aspects of our life. But when you're an artist, I think you need to be out and immersed in nature.
Absolutely. Going back to the coaching and coachee dynamic, one of the most important jobs a coach has is to see what their coachee is doing and to look out for those blind spots, to see the things that the coachee just cannot see for themselves yet. Nichole, I'm wondering, has there been something that surprised you, something that Shiree was able to notice about your operation and the way that you work, that you were a little bit surprised that there was a blind spot there, or that there was a hole in your bucket in some way?
Like I said, one of the aspects that I've really felt like it's been so valuable having Shiree as a mentor is helping with the whole business aspect of this job. Because the art, I could take care of the art, but with, again, social media, for example, she has given me so much advice on how to make that a really productive part of my business. I had no idea going into it as far as algorithms and posting, how to optimize viewings and getting people and involved with my social media. So that's definitely been a very big thing. And it's also been very valuable to be able to meet some really wonderful designers that Shiree's worked with for years. So those things were all very new to me. Again, I'm a little bit introverted. I don't mind curling up and staying to myself and painting all by myself, but to get out there and make connections with people, that's something that I didn't realize how valuable it was, how difficult initially it would be for me, but I feel like she's really helped me.
Well, that's wonderful. It's been a pleasure. And I know the designer in your area just absolutely loves you. You did one job for her, and she's already calling you, even on social media, her faux finisher. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Well, Shiree, do you have any advice or anything you'd like to share with Nichole right now?
Just keep moving forward. And I think you're doing a lot of things you should be doing. And I love that you're doing something every day to be creative. Maybe to add to that, I would love to see you to make it a goal to reach out to one person every day. Whether some of your best clientele at the very beginning of your business comes from family and friends and people that you already know and have worked with. And, even if it is that you just do a job basically for free, family love free projects, but it gives you experience and it gives you an opportunity to photograph and put those things on social media. I would love to see you, to reach out to one person a day. Try that for a week and see what kind of response that you get. And also, for those listening today, I would love for people to follow you. Where can they find you on Instagram and TikTok?
Yes, for Instagram and TikTok, it's the same username, Nichole with 2 L's, .alexandra.art. So that is for my social media accounts.
Okay. And can you spell that out for everybody? Because everybody spells things different in this day and age.
Like I said, Nichole with 2 L's, MICHELLE ALEXANDRA.art, A-R-T.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Nichole. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to visiting with you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I absolutely love you, Shiree, and I'm also so proud of you. It's really cool to see you branching out into these new avenues too. And I just think this is so cool. Never been on a podcast before, so this has been fun.
Well, thank you. It's been nice to have you join us. It's been a treat.
Yes, thank you very much, Michelle. It was wonderful to have you on as a guest for the show, and just hearing how you guys have interfaced together is very inspiring and motivating, I think, for a lot of folks out there. If you are interested in growing your art business, I would definitely encourage you to check out ShireeNichole.com. That's ShireeNichole.com. And there you'll find some different ways that you can take courses and interact with Shiree as a coach. If you're interested in photography or video, you can go to reinventionstudiolab.com. And there you'll see some ways to work with me and hopefully start your own video production company. Either way, we both want you to have a fantastic rest of your day and nurture that emerging artist inside of you. And Shiree, I think this is a great time for us to say goodbye to everybody.
It is. Keep on creating.
All right, guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye.